unexpected arrival of COVID-19 has forced governments and educational centers around the world to suspend classes, which has left nearly 1.6 billion students with no schooling, according to recent statistics from the World Bank. Similarly, Colombia has also been affected by this pandemic. Given the high rates of contagion and the lack of a definite solution to the virus spread, the Ministry of Education sent home around 10 million students. Although private schools adapted relatively quickly to the new reality, most public schools in the country have not been that lucky due to the evident structural and investment lags that have been accentuated under the inclement weight of this pandemic. Due to it, the national government has implemented distance education as a valid option that allows public schools somehow to face the challenges of remote classes. The latter differs from homeschooling in that it is the result of the free decision of parents to take charge of their children's education. This implies an exceptional commitment on behalf of the parents to direct their learning process, which goes from the choice of content, the methodology to be used, and a series of didactic resources that facilitate their learning. On the other hand, in our country, distance study is being implemented, which means that teachers direct the learning process of their students remotely. Here, in this model, parents have a rather passive role as their children's assistants in the learning process. Here, like in any other latitudes, different external factors have directly affect its implementation. To begin with, the fact that according to official statistics, in urban areas, only the 51.1% have some sort of internet connection. The things are not any easier in the rural areas, where less than the 38% have a connection to internet. In this context, most schools had to resort to mixed strategies to deal with distance education in the times of coronavirus. That is to say, not only the familiar WhatsApp groups, the Facebook rooms and meeting, but also the delivery of printed materials to students and the pedagogical assistance by cell phone or text messages. Although facing this pandemic has shown the creativity that many teachers have to get their students in brand new ways, it has also exposed a critical situation that quality education in times of pandemic seems to be a privilege of a few rather than a right for the most. Inequities accentuated for so many years by poor political practices to overcome geographical, social, economic, and structural barriers have affected the efficiency of public schools in this crisis. Unfortunately, it won't be solved by a vaccine. The way out of this situation relies again on the goodwill of its main actors: the government, the teachers, the students, and the parents all together. Our joint effort will help us face the consequences that this pandemic has caused.